along to Box. I'm Statman Dave, and we're going to pick through the 5-goal thriller against Southampton on Saturday. There were screamers aplenty flying in at Old Trafford, but we're going to take a look at some of the finer details that decided the game. I want to start by looking at where I think things weren't quite working for United in the first half. There was a problem before Southampton's opening goal, and even more so afterwards, when the visitors sat back and allowed United to have possession. United versus Southampton were set up in the 4-4-2 diamond. Southampton came away to Manchester United playing 5 at the back, 4 in midfield and 1 up top, and looking to play on the counter-attack. The big thing when you want to play against teams that play 3 at the back is to get in between their lines, especially at number 10. Unfortunately for Manchester United in the opening half, there was nobody in that space. Sanchez was tending to drift that wide left channel, Pogba was also making a similar move, and Pereira was looking to play wide right. So there was nobody attacking this dangerous area outside the Southampton's 3 centre-backs that you want to get at when you're looking to break down a team that sits deep in this position. Here we can see how that looks on the pitch. 34 minutes into the game. I'm going to highlight that box that we mentioned before. In between the lines for Southampton. It's where you want to attack them. You want to draw players into that area before beating them in the dribble. We can look at Manchester United, the diamond that they were supposed to be playing. You're looking at Andres Pereira's a little bit deep. Paul Pogba's also in a deep position. Sanchez has moved wide. Romelu Lukaku's also in that wide position. Nobody in between the lines to cause Southampton problems. What we can see in this move, arguably it goes back to the default for Manchester United. Looking to get the ball wide before swinging it into the box. And when you're playing a team like Southampton that are set up with 5 defenders, 3 centre-backs, it's too easy to defend against. So that was the problem. We know that United won the game, so what was the solution? On 52 minutes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his coaching staff were faced with a decision. Who replaces Alexis after he limped off with an injury? This is where we see the change in system. So Manchester United replaced Alexis Sanchez with Diogo Dalot. Dalot was moved to wide right, Pereira moved to attack in midfield, Scott McTominay joined Paul Pogba, creating a 2-man base in midfield, and Luke Shaw was pushed on, creating this 3-4-1-2 system, allowing Pereira to dictate the play from attacking midfield, but also becoming a passing option for his teammates. And with that shift in system, we saw an immediate impact. Southampton pressing Manchester United out of the back, but now there's an option in number 10. The 2 defensive midfielders for Southampton press really high up the pitch, opening up this big space that Andreas Pereira is taking for Manchester United. And we roll the play on, the ball down the channels for Young, the little bit of a layoff, the 1-2 combination play between Dalot and Lukaku, and now there's a real problem for Southampton. Number 1, there's a ball on the outside for Luke Shaw to play the wing back in, but also the option that Andreas goes for is that far corner, a fantastic finish from the Brazilian midfielder. But it all opens up from Manchester United playing in between the lines. After the game, Andreas confirmed that he did see that Shaw overlap, but he felt confident in whipping it in himself.
When I received the ball, I saw Luke coming on my left, and I thought I would give him the ball, but it was so nicely on my right. Then I practiced in training, a day before with Granty, and he gave me a lot of confidence. I put 4 in the top corner yesterday, so today I had a good feeling and I went for it.
So Pereira getting on the score sheet for the first time in the Premier League. He then turned provider for Lukaku. This is an even better example of United getting in between the lines, because now Luke Shaw has an option to play to Pereira that is highlighted. Of course, Yoshida is the guy that's going to get pulled out of position. But also for Manchester United, you've got Lukaku and Rashford pinning back their outside centre-backs. So Luke Shaw looks inside to Pereira in between the lines. Brilliant footwork. Now there's a real problem. If, which Lukaku does do, comes inside, Yoshida has got a lot of distance to come back and make that block, which is why the goal is created, because he's forced out. The middle centre-back's got to come to attack in midfield. Simple stuff from Romelu Lukaku, comes into his weaker right foot, and then a really good finish that back post. But all created from using the shape, the 3-4-1-2, and getting that number 10 in between the lines. So once again, Ole and his coaching staff were under pressure to make a tactical adjustment, and they got it spot on with a shift in formation in that second half. Romelu Lukaku came into the game against Southampton in fine form. We pointed out his good performance against Liverpool. He bagged a brace at Sellers Park, and within 2 minutes against Southampton, we could see that he was up for it. Getting onto a loose Paul Pogba pass, great first touch, excellent second touch, and a fine shot across the keeper. Let's take a look at that from another angle. I want you to watch out for Lukaku's second touch of the move, right there, away from the defender, setting himself up on that stronger left foot. Great shot across the keeper. Now let's move on to another example, this time Romelu Lukaku carrying the ball, involved involved in the bit of hold-up play there, and now getting onto it. What I love here, strong, too strong for the central midfielder, nutmegs Yoshida, and then maybe if one of the attackers had gambled a bit, that would have been maybe 3-1 to Manchester United. Against Southampton, Romelu Lukaku completed more dribbles than any other player on the pitch. Of course, we've already seen his first goal, that great cut inside from the space that is created by Pereira. Now let's take a look at the winner, a wonderful goal from Lukaku on his weaker foot. This is another example as well as a thing tactically that we spoke about. We can already see that Marcus Rashford is making that run from right to left to pull the defender away. Lukaku's coming off the line into a little bit of pocket of space, and we all know what he does so well, and that is shoot on goal. Weaker foot. You've got to look at Lukaku and think that that is an unbelievable finish with his weaker foot. He allows the body to open up the play and use the momentum to strike the ball. Weaker foot, bottom corner. What a goal that was. A fantastic brace for Romelu Lukaku, taking him to 12 goals in the Premier League this season. The same amount as Raheem Sterling and Eden Hazard has managed. And we're all praising those guys. After the game, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in full praise for Romelu Lukaku.
He is a quality goal scorer. We need to have him more in front of the goal, of course, but he's done fantastic in his work rate, attitude, and he keeps working every single day on his finishing. He loves scoring goals. He smiles every day when he comes off after the training because he does extra finishing every day, and that's the way to score goals. If you practice, that practice comes out on a Saturday.
Do you think he's got goal scorer's instinct?
Yeah, but he's got goal scorer's qualities, finishing. He knows what he wants to do, and he's got the quality to do it. Right foot, left foot.
The manager there confirming Lukaku spends extra time on the training pitch working on his finishing, and it's certainly paid dividends in the last 2 games. He's looking in good form for the rest of the season. Earlier we touched on Alexis' injury and how it gave Solskjaer a decision to make. He opted to bring on Diogo Dalot, not as a right back but as a right winger, as he did against Palace, and we immediately saw the results. What I love about Dalot in this advanced position is he opens up 2 opportunities. One, to go wide and hit the byline and cross, but as well to play inside, because technically he is a wonderful player. And as United build up this attack, we can again see that tactical thing playing to a number 10. Bit of interplay with Andreas, and then Diogo Dalot, some feints working that crossing opportunity, then getting to an area where he can deliver. He wants to look to hit the ball into the box. He's opened up that little bit of space for himself, finds the cross, and it's just wide from Marcus Rashford. But really good play from the young Portuguese fullback. Let's move on to a second little example here, as in playing as this wing back, but having that courage to run up and down the touchline. The stamina is absolutely incredible from Diogo Dalot in this situation. This is 92 minutes, makes the run. You can see him tracked on the far right. Rashford over the top, and for me, wins a corner for Manchester United. The referee didn't see it that way. Diogo Dalot showing fantastic work right there, getting in behind the Southampton defence. Let's take a look at his assist now. Really good work. First up though, I love the positioning here. His man that he should be dealing with, the left wing back there, Diogo Dalot's ignored that. He's made the run in behind, and he can either hit that byline with the ball again or come inside and link with the number 10 that we've highlighted, the eventual goal scorer, Andreas Pereira. I love how he comes inside, little touches, pops the ball, looks again to be another option before the Brazilian midfielder curls the ball into the back of the net. But really good stuff from Diogo Dalot. After the game, we asked Diogo if he enjoyed playing in that advanced wide right position.
Yeah, I enjoy play. You can be in the right wing, left wing, goalkeeper. I just want to play, and nowadays Ash is playing more in the right back, so the coach knows that I'm able to play in the other position. So I need to be ready for whatever he wants from me, and like I said, play for me. It's fine.
Diogo Dalot showing the enthusiasm that United fans love to see in his post-match interview there, and his celebration for the Lukaku winner is absolutely incredible. We had Diogo as a guest on Box to Box, a really good lad and a top talent. We're all hoping that he kicks on from that and has a great end to the season. That's all we've got time for on today's Box to Box. We'll be back next week after some big away games to PSG and Arsenal. See you then.